I want to keep this video fairly short, as it's my first one. I don't want to bore you guys too much, so we'll go with the short version of my life so far. The long version is kind of depressing, so we'll save that for another time. So, as I just said, this is my first ever video. I can't lie, it feels very awkward and pretty cringy filming it. Personally, sometimes when I watch a video of somebody I know and it comes across as awkward and cringy, I do kind of watch it and I do get a weird sense of enjoyment out of it. I shouldn't, but I do, so if this video is one of those, please enjoy it for what it is. I spent my life up until the age of 27 pretty much stuck to my house. I felt very awkward going outside, even going to the shops I felt like out of place, and I'd have like a panic attack even walking to the shops, just because I thought people were looking at me because I was too fat or too skinny or too ugly, or my teeth were too yellow or my teeth were too chipped, or there's plenty of reasons, you know, every reason you can think of I had it. You know, if someone looked at me for more than a second, I thought, oh, they think I'm ugly, they think I'm fat. It's insane. So we got to the point there where I didn't see myself living past 27. I've only considered suicide seriously a few times, and around 26, 27 was one of those times. Again, it's pretty dark, but I have to be honest, because if I'm not honest, then what's the point in all this? But after the second time I hit rock bottom, which was around 27, I kind of bounced back up to an all-time high, because it made me get to the point where I really had to focus on changing. Otherwise, I just knew I would end up dead. You know, I was signing on at the time, making absolutely no money at all. It was just a shit time. You know, I just didn't see myself living past 27. Multiple times I considered suicide, which I'm sure a lot of people do. You know, you think about ending it, but for me, I've only ever seriously considered it, you know, 3 times I think in my whole life. Obviously I'm still here, so I can talk about these now. Talk about these things now. But yeah, not a good time. So I probably spent maybe 3 or 4 years wanting to be a personal trainer, but not having the confidence to actually go through and do it. So I spent, you know, 3 or 4 years going to the gym, not being able to look at anybody, not being able to talk to anybody. So you can imagine, you know, being a personal trainer is it's a personal job. You talk to people on a daily basis. Whereas if I went back in time 10 years, I couldn't talk to anyone. It was more uncomfortable. It was 10 times more uncomfortable thinking about talking to someone than it is talking to this camera right now. So it was very, very difficult. But my life got to such a point where I knew I had to do something, and I did. I got a job working in a supermarket. The main reason was just to get some sort of like socialization skills back, if that's the right word. Socialization? I don't know. Maybe it's the right word, maybe it's not. But you know what I mean. I was kind of like a social outcast. I couldn't talk to anybody. So I had to get that job in order for like a stepping stone whilst I was studying, to give me some sort of confidence to be able to talk to people. Because obviously you're not going to get a client if you can't even look them in the eye or say hello to them. So that was the whole reason behind that. It worked very well. Got my first job as a trainer. Still in the same gym now, 8 years later. It's been a long time. You know, you're talking probably 8,000 hours of PT sessions during those times. Yeah, so after the first 2 years of doing this job, I realised something. When it comes to getting in good shape and improving your general health and fitness, it's very simple, but it's not easy. Because it's like a maths equation. It's like 2 + 2 = 4. So basically, good nutrition, followed with a good training program, you're going to get results no matter what happens. You know, if you're following those 2 and they're decent, you're going to get good results. It doesn't matter. The hard part is dealing with the mindset issues along the way. You know, if you're having a shitty time, if you're going through some hard stuff in life, your limiting beliefs are one of the biggest things. A lot of people just genuinely can't believe they can lose weight. So, you know, if that's their limiting belief, unfortunately, that's as far as they're going to go until they remove that belief or make that belief higher again. That comes down to a lot of things in life. People put this glass ceiling on their own limits. They can go flying past them, but because that's their own limit, that's all they're going to get in life. I've done that plenty of times in my life. I had a big limiting belief about money before I started working properly. You know, I never thought I'd have money, or I never thought I'd have a girlfriend, or I never thought I'd have many things. But that was just my limiting beliefs. Once you prove to yourself they're not true, life gets a lot easier. The thing is, people seem to think that if you get in really good shape, you're going to be happy. Don't get me wrong, if whilst you're getting in good shape, or you are already happy, then of course it's going to improve your happiness. But far too many people rely on, you know, having a six-pack, having bigger muscles, having more toned legs or a bigger bum. They think that when they get to that point, that's going to be the cure. All of a sudden they're going to be happy, you know. Their life's going to go from feeling miserable to being happy, and it's just not going to happen. Not unless you focus on improving your self-esteem along the way. And like I said, trust me, I've been there. I've gone from being, you know, a 9 stone, skinny 23-year-old to being pretty much at the level of a fitness model, 14.5 stone ripped. And my happiness was probably worse actually when I was in better shape. Yeah, it was probably worse. And like I said, the whole reason why I first got into the gym was because somebody cheated on me. And I used that to think that if I got in good shape, it would never happen again. And it doesn't make a difference. The reason why I'm making the personal journal video is because, firstly, it does help me. You know, journaling your own thoughts and journaling your progress helps you a lot. For me personally, I want to be able to look back at this video, even this video now. I want to look back next year and think, oh my God, look how far you've come from that video there where you were filming and you were feeling stressed and you were feeling anxious about talking on camera. You know, in 6 months' time, I want to be very confident talking on camera. And to do that, I have to practice a lot. It's going to be hard, but that's the goal. Ideally, I would love somebody to see this video alongside maybe a video of mine in 6 months' time where I've improved my self-esteem massively, so they can look back and think, well, look at Dan now versus look at him 6 months ago in his first video. And I want people to be able to resonate true with that, so then they can kind of watch my videos, take on the advice I'm giving, and hopefully they'll be able to, you know, get to where I'm going. I'm confident that I'm going to grow to where I need to grow. I've got the tools. I know what I'm doing. I just need to apply it. You know? So I'm hoping you guys do enjoy this content. Like I said, to start with, it's going to be a bit cringy. It's going to be a bit awkward. If I come across as cocky, it's not at all. It's a new thing I'm trying where I'm trying to love myself, so I'm trying not to worry what people think of me, if that makes sense. It's something you should probably do yourselves as well, because I think a lot of people care too much what people think. Like, you know, I'm making a video. I'm doing it for my benefit in the sense of I want to document what I'm doing. However, the main reason I'm doing this is because long term, I want to be able to help people so they can watch these videos and learn from them. So if you're still here and you've just watched all the video, thank you. I do appreciate it. I know it's going to be a bit boring to start with, and it's a bit niche, I guess. Okay, so take 25 of saying this line. This is YouTube, and I feel like I'm obligated to say this one thing. And that thing is, if you've enjoyed this video, or better yet, if you've just watched this video, can you like the video and subscribe to the channel? Maybe leave me a comment. I don't know how this thing works, but that was the most awkward thing I've done in my life. Not really, but it's the most awkward thing I've done this week. Wow. Yeah, please like, subscribe, comment, do the thing. I don't know. This was awkward. Help me. Like, comment, subscribe.